Okay, Coach, so normally thoughts turn to basketball this time of year in the Hoosier State, but not so this year. The NFL playoffs have come to Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New York Jets and the Indianapolis Colts. The first of 4 berths in the conference championships on the line here as divisional weekend in the NFL is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Run for Pollard. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
On second down, it's Pollard. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Here we go. Go to base. Watch the screen. Back.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he claps down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Tight dog. It's free.
They'll try to throw now. Brissett. Ebron caught left side. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the Jets' 19-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
What we got?
Pollard Going to try the right side. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
We go! AT Gator, you better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot. He's got a man complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Pollard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Switch.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Brissett now. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Throwing, Brissett. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
53, Mike. Go. Safe.
Into the air once more. It's Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
Brissett's pass, intended for Traquan Smith, incomplete.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And it's taken in at the 9. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, team.
They'll run here with Ballage. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
All day, defense, all day.
Ballage. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
64,
They'll try and pick it up with Tomlinson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's got Herndon, his tight end. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
That was impressive to me, because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And this one is right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down run not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. And it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
10-2 stop. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Steve Griffin.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. 23 yards the pickup there.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check. Let's go.
They'll run it with Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Check 52.
The 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3-point CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now the set. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now Balaj. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. 15 yards. And the Jets will extend their lead.
And while no one on the offensive line will get the 6 points next to their name, they should be credited with this one. Tremendous blocking to get the runner into the end zone.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Jordan Willis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. And taken right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line, 15 line.
Keep it up, guys. Check, 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 check.
Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Darren Lee there to get him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And 58 is the mic. Go 58's the mic.
Now.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Trey Flowers drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Hopkins' kick is good. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to look deep for Perriman. He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
61 yards. And the Jets first down.
Ready, set.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now a handoff looking right. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. Tyler Lancaster on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check pass, check pass. Rush in.
They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 61. Matchbox. Speed grip.
On 3rd down, Tomlinson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Flushed out right. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd.
Check Mike, throw. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. All day, baby, all day, all day.
Mike, 53. 53, Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Bissett. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Fielded at about the 28. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Silver.
They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check 59.
Ready?
2nd and 10. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A 22-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point good by Hopkins, and that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. A huge play that time for the Colts. 58 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. On the ground, this is Johnson. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
53 is the mark.
On 3rd down, Brissett going for it all. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Well, I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Brissett. Throwing left side, it's complete. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brissett. And the pressure gets to him again. Jordan Willis able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
To throw is Brissett. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Jordan Willis getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 20-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL.
The football comes out. Jacobs lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Wild Bill, Wild Bill.
Hey, Zoo.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Out of the gun, Brissett. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis, and also moved the sticks. Brissett now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
2nd and 12 at the 46-yard line.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. Go, go. Baby, I got you. I got you. Henry, Henry. Shut up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brissett. And that is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Right here, right here. Check 13.
Brissett to throw for it on 4th. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Here's Tomlinson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
They're running it. Kill, 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 kill.
Hey, 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 hey. Big grip, big grip.
They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing, because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
First down, Jets.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Shoot.
And they take a knee.
The quarterback on the keeper. A loss of a yard.
50 plant.
And 11 at the 41-yard line.
Got the time. You got three down, 3 down.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.